So the QB totals from the Browns' 5 open media practices are now in, and even though yes, the numbers don't mean that much, Shedeur outshining everyone is better than him not. I mean, it's awesome that he has been killing it. Yeah, these stats are not the end-all be-all, and they might even be a bit skewed, but Dillon Gabriel being 48 of 83, that's nearly 50%. That's pretty bad. And Sanders was nearly perfect and threw for the most touchdowns in the least amount of throws. Shedeur has come into camp, he has come onto this team and has done everything perfectly. He has set himself up in a perfect spot to move up the rankings over the next few months. Really, most importantly, he gave himself a chance. I really don't want to rip on Dillon Gabriel too much because his numbers are against the first team for the most part and Shedeur's is against the second team, but at the end of the day, Myles Garrett has not really been there besides the last few days. I don't think there has been that significant of a difference in terms of first and second team. Obviously, Denzel Ward and the guys in the secondary make the difference, but with no pass rush and with the way it's set up, being able to make a bunch of throws in a row, I think Shedeur has had the same opportunities and challenges as the other 3 guys in the room. Again, all we can do right now is speculate and watch over the footage and what we have seen, but I think the main takeaway from camps and with the numbers we have is that Shedeur has dominated. So in this video, I want to talk about and break down some of the footage that we have. I actually want to talk about how every single quarterback did, including Pickett and Flacco, and then I also have a ton of other stuff I want to talk about. But first, before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 60,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so let's start off with some Shedeur throws. This one right here was from yesterday, I believe. Again, no pass rush presence at all, but this was still a very tight window to fit the football into. Maybe this was a little risky. The defender could have made a jumping interception or a deflection, but Shedeur has never been afraid to zip the ball around. That's one thing we know. Here in 11 on 11s, we have a quick crossing route to one of the tight ends. Again, nothing crazy, but all camp long, Shedeur has been on time and on target. He has not hesitated at all. And then this next play had me super excited because immediately Shedeur took off running and made a play with his legs. This would of course be more impressive with pads on and with the linebackers ready to lay down a hit, but Shedeur has a lot of athleticism and he can get around. I don't want to spend 10 minutes breaking down Shedeur practice highlights though. I know nobody takes it that serious, so let's move on to the other quarterback that was drafted in Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel's numbers from the open media practices were of course a bit iffy, nothing really stands out. The percentage is concerning, but a lot of his reps did come against the first team. But still, that does not change the fact that he has had a way worse completion percentage and he threw way less touchdowns, and I've seen more clips in the closed practices of tip balls and interceptions as well. But the Browns have definitely thrown Gabriel out into the fire a lot more quickly than they have with Sanders, who they have taken that careful approach with. Browns beat reporter Mary Kay explained, they are letting him go against Myles Garrett at times, and they're letting him throw the ball to some of the top receivers in this camp, some of the top tight ends in this minicamp and on this roster, so they aren't doing that by accident. These are very valuable reps, even at this time of year. The reasoning behind these divergent paths appears to be very timeline based. The Browns seem to view Gabriel as a quarterback who could potentially contribute sooner, hence the accelerated development track. I'm just quoting the article I'm reading right now. Sanders, while talented, is being given the luxury of time to adapt to the NFL game without immediate pressure. I think that confidence building is also a big part whenever you have a younger quarterback. Dillon has just had more on his plate so far because of how they ordered their operations, so to speak, Browns beat reporter Ashley Bastock noted during her discussion. What makes this approach particularly intriguing is that both rookies actually showed a lot of promise during minicamp. Sanders displayed the elite ball placement and accuracy that made him a coveted prospect, while Gabriel showcased notable improvement over the final days when he was finally given some reps against lower tier competition. This raises a fascinating question. What would this spring have looked like if they had done the same with Dillon Gabriel? If it had been, we're going to put you over here with a lot of third and fourth teamers, let you get comfortable, let you get your legs under you, I think Gabriel would have thrived starting off with the second team. He definitely would have had better numbers at least. Gabriel did lead Oregon to a perfect regular season for a reason. He is an ultra talented and experienced quarterback, but I do think at the NFL level his size is going to hold him back a bit. The size and frame thing is what gives Shedeur the physical edge. Alright, now to move on and talk about Kenny Pickett. I've been super hard on him over my last few videos. You guys know I don't think he should be on this team, but the point of this video is not for me to voice my opinion. I want to talk about what he has done over the last few weeks. Kenny Pickett took the first snaps of the last 11-on-11 drill of mandatory minicamp on Thursday, a 2-minute scenario. Much more important will be his spot in the 4-man quarterback rotation when the team reconvenes in late July for training camp. That's, of course, we all know that is when everything gets real. That's when all eyes are really going to be on this competition, because there's going to be a pass rush, there's going to be a real defense that's trying to get after the quarterback and also defend the receivers. That's when we're truly going to learn who is where on the depth chart. Anyways, moving on, I'm still reading from that same article. While Kevin Stefanski has been adamant not to read into the quarterback rotation and careful not to declare a depth chart, Pickett appeared to enter the offseason program as the favorite to emerge as the starter when the season opens in September. This is what Kenny himself said. Coming in, learning the system, getting to meet my teammates and building that bond and just working every day, he said Wednesday, you have to take that a day at a time. We're installing new things every single practice, so you may get that play that you've never run before. You got to take advantage of it. So I think it's gone really well so far. This one throw to Trey McKinney is one that a lot of people are highlighting, and he has had just about as good of an overall highlight compilation as everyone else on the team, like Shedeur and Flacco. He has made some great throws into tight windows all month long. Now moving on to Joe Flacco, he has made it clear since day one that he is not joining this team to be a mentor. He said he is more than willing to give advice because obviously he has a ton of valuable experience, but he came here to play football. He really thinks he has one last push in him, and I hope he is right. Another little 6 or 7 game stretch where he turns back the clock for one last ride would be something to watch. And he is getting first team reps. If I were to personally bet my money on who starts week 1 under center, it would be him. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on this quarterback situation. I love and also hate that the Browns have 4 quarterbacks right now. There's a lot of opportunity from it, but there's also a lot of distraction. But one thing is clear. It's going to be fun to watch everything unfold over the next few months. Now to move on to the fun stuff, the Browns recently released a mic'd up video from camps with Kenny Pickett, so here are the best moments from that.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm like 45 minutes. What does she run? Oh, nice. For which one? Nice. Hey man, let's have a day, come on. Have a day, Pete, come on. Let's go, baby. Let's go, bro. Set!
Surprised he didn't.
Had a shot, that was it.
Right on the sideline.
Corey is as close to the sideline as he could possibly be. He is as close as, he could not be closer to the sideline, bro.
I was just thinking that, bro.
That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point. And if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.